One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And some room to roll now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Bears at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A handoff for Herbert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
There's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field and just giving up a field goal attempt. but they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Here's a give to Herbert. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Okay, right.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A 1st hit and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Okay, ready?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Herbert once more. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 115 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On first down, Herbert, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tua now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
Red, cycle.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run on first down. Herbert, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ready, Ready.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Drill, 52.
Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Ready.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here.
Here we go.
4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Edmonds is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here we go.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
52 blasters. Ten cycles.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Chase Edmonds with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Ready up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 29, Tua. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Blue check. Light blue. Blue striker. Six, Madden.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready, set.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ready,
the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Herbert to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards for number 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons of Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Fins pass rush.
3rd and long, it's Fields.
Let's He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, and it's a fumble, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is brought all the way back, a fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll run on first down. Herbert, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
On third down, Herbert.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here we go.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Eddie Jackson picks it. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Okay, right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First down, Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown! David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fielded just outside the goal line and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Let's go.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Okay, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win in both sides of the ball. made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.